I wanted to make a video about the fire at Grenfell Tower, a building in London on June 14th this year, 2017. It's something that really captured my heart and I haven't been able to stop thinking about it. It is now almost a couple of weeks since it happened, and I think about it every single day.
I just want to add that I'm from Australia, so I'm many miles away from this actual event, but it just touched me so much that I just cannot get it out of my mind, and I just felt compelled to make a video series about Grenfell. So in this video, I'm just discussing an introduction about the topic. In the second video, I will talk about basic facts about the fire event and emergency responses to the fire, and just facts during the fire from local people. And in the third video, I'll be discussing the after response from the government, further implications from there, as well as important information, a prehistory look at facts about Grenfell Tower and its residents and the complaints that they were putting forth about fire safety, and the regeneration project, which was facilitated by the government, how that affected Grenfell Tower and this fire, the cladding that was used on the exterior of the building and how it became a death trap, the consequences from there, and some final questions that the whole issue of this fire has raised.
I might also make a video about some conspiracy theories that are out there. They're just alternative points of view, information to share. I won't be drawing any conclusions. You can just listen and make your own mind up. So you might have seen it on the news, and at the time I was watching the news and I saw the whole thing unfold, and it really caught my attention, and I really felt the situation, and not just during the fire but also following the fire, and I've been following the events ever since. So the purpose of this is to report real truths from real people from that building and that local community, and to expose that the government reacted completely poorly. They neglected the residents and possibly even have a hidden agenda or someone behind the scenes. Some are calling it mass murder, and many are seeking answers, justice and accountability. So this video is for the children and their families and their loved ones, and the general public to be informed, so that these people are remembered, honoured, and are given a voice beyond the grave. I mean, graves that are not even made yet, because it's still fresh and there are still bodies to be found. This has now become a revolution of the people, and you might not know this, you might not be following alternative news sources, videos made by real people. The so-called mainstream media are only showing you what is officially wanted to be portrayed. They're not really giving you a complete, honest answer and information about the whole thing, and it's quite appalling and tragic and just awful. Okay, so this is now a revolution and an uprising of the people, real people, the common person, for truth, justice, equality, and a dire need for social and political change. It is about voice, the collective voice of the underprivileged, rising from the ashes. If anything positive at all can come from this devastating event, it is that love, compassion, true generosity, and the spirit of people coming together is what life is truly about. And that it's truly time for people to wake up. So I watched the whole fire unfold on both mainstream TV and also YouTube videos made by local people. I saw bystanders desperately wanting to help, but they were helpless due to the circumstances and the way that the fire was spreading so quickly. Many were unable to do anything. They were completely powerless, traumatized, helpless, heartbroken as they watched people perish behind windows or plunge to their deaths right in front of their eyes. I listened to their devastating stories, witness accounts of children being thrown out of windows in pure desperation by their parents, and I think that's something only a parent would understand. And it's devastating. It's just absolutely just gut-wrenching. I heard the haunting sounds of screams of children burning in the building, and I will never forget that. It's something that I can still hear in my ears every day since then. I don't think I'll ever forget that. I can't imagine what those people experienced, as well as the firefighters. And there are just so many aspects to this situation. It has become obvious and even blatant that the government, along with its minion puppets, the media, tried to paint over and cover up the facts leading up to and during and after the fire, and in the process they crudely and purposefully suffocated the voice and concerns of the residents of this building, which was a council building, and the local community. So the burnt out skeleton of the Grenfell Tower now stands like an unmasked omen, a hauntingly stark insignia of the clearly cut division between class and race, marking so palpably the cool, cruel schism between the rich and the poor. A sky-high viral icon, now it is in cinders, a landmark of everything wrong in the world. The remains of an unforgiving, silent and relentless war of hardship, disparity, oppression, neglect, injustice. It is a stark, haunting image, a wound in our hearts and minds that, like smoke, will linger. The resounding after effects remain, torn, broken and bare. This is about revolution, insurgence and human social justice. No longer hidden, it's now in plain sight. I encourage you to start to really question life as it's presented to you through mainstream media, governments, just our life in general, how we're slaves to the system. Instead, watch videos made by people, real people, and other trusted alternative sources, and see for yourself.